Let's go. Welcome in everybody to another episode of Just Like Us. I'm Justin and this is Letty. Welcome in. So tonight we are diving into how to pivot in any situation, y'all. So by the time you guys leave tonight, you'll know exactly how to pivot in any situation, good or bad. Okay, so all right. So we have been pivoting a lot in the past couple of years, few years. And we are now in a time of our life where the pivoting has paid off because we're really dialing in what we want to do and where we want to be, right?
Right.
Yes.
Totally. I get it. Yes.
Tonight's episode, we're going to have some fun. Okay? We're going to have some fun. We don't have any guests. We're over here really just, we're inside of the moment right now. We're feeling great. Yes. Letty and I have had a wonderful day. We've got a lot done. And we're glad to have you guys here. We are on episode 4 of season 3. And, we're just going strong. We're staying committed. We're staying, with everything we have. We're really 10 toes down, making sure that we're sticking to the grind. We're not giving up for anything. We're still here. And we are looking forward to potentially monetizing this and growing. So we want you guys to right away, if you are not following or if you guys are not subscribed, if you guys are not, make sure that you guys please subscribe. It will help the algorithm, of course. Also, big shout out to David Watts and the Onstage Plus platform, as we are now officially on the Onstage Plus platform. Thank you to David Watts. I also want to send a special shout out to Sharice Gilliam. Okay, yes. And we got Charlene in the building. All right, we got Coach Charles and the whole BSA, which stands for Biz Success Academy. We're doing some big things over there, you guys. I'm going to drop a link so that you guys have the ability to come and join Biz Success Academy. You guys, we're taking off. We are 200 ranked inside of school, the SKOOL platform, and we're making some big moves. We started out at like 1,400, you guys, and we are now ranked at 274. Wow, so we've been climbing the ranks. We're getting to that number 1 spot. We need you guys to keep helping pour into us, okay? So come in, pour into yourself. Make sure that you get in there. There are so many resources inside Big Success Academy. You guys have no idea. We have mentors, we have doctors, we have scientists, we have all kinds of people that are inside of our community. If you have questions, they're just a phone call away. If you have questions, they're just an email away, and they're in the school platform. So make sure that you guys get in there. I'm going to put up the QR code so that you guys can get in there and be a part of this. It's a one-time, lifetime fee of $97. That's it. You pay one time and you're in for life. We have several very successful people, and they're millionaires, people that know what they're talking about, people that own television stations, people that have days named after them, holidays named after them. I'm saying, me and Lydia are both in this community, and it is going strong, you guys. Right? Yeah. It's going strong. I got off the phone earlier today with 2 of the most fantastic people I know. Therese and Charlene, these 2 are powerhouses to say the least. Y'all, I am not playing. These 2, whenever I have a question, whenever Letty has a question, whenever we have something business related or non-business related, we're getting answers. So we're getting poured into by some people who really know what they're talking about. And I could not say this unless I was involved with and being a part of Biz Success Academy. So make sure you guys get in there. Here goes the link right now. So make sure you guys get into Biz Success Academy.
Right. We're gearing up for, what is it? Is it Coffee and Conversations? Every Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? Where you get to listen to yours truly here and just deliver, powerhouse information.
Yes, absolutely. Every single week.
Every single week.
We go live on for Saturdays. We go for Coffee and Conversations. Letty will be there. Dr. Renee and I, we host this. And man, I'll tell you what, let me just say this. This weekend coming up, we are going to be diving into GPT-5 and the power that it has and what it's been able to do for us already. Letty and I use this on a daily basis, several times. If I'll be saying really at least 20 times a day, I use this. And I'm saying like at least. And I use it because what it does, if I need to send an email or if I need to send a message and I'm not really sure how to word it, GPT just has a better way of crafting things that are usually better ideas than what I have, because it's taking all the information around the world, in the universe, and it's compacted into one answer. And depending on how you prompt it and how you ask it and how you talk to it, that's how you're going to get an answer. And so right now it's GPT-5 is on fire, you guys. There's over 1 billion people a week that use it. 1 billion people a week use ChatGPT, probably several times, but we are going to dive into that on this Saturday. So I hope to see you guys there inside Business Success Academy. You guys make sure scan this QR code, get in there. It's $97 for life. Okay, I'm not selling on you anything. I'm not selling you on anything. You're going to see the growth when you get in there. If you're interested in, or if you already have a business, we're called Biz Success Academy for a reason. Okay, we know what we're talking about. We know what we're doing. We're growing. We've already done several workshops, and we're continuing. Okay, we also have the content creator package for the cruise coming up. So you guys make sure you get in on this cruise. It's going to be 7 days of bliss. It's going to be phenomenal. Shout out to David Watts for doing a lot of the content. If you guys want to get on the package with David Watts, make sure you go see David Watts at Onstage Plus. David WATTS. That's my brother from another mother, same dads, probably different moms. Okay, but he got the package for you for your content. Anyways, so how you feeling, lady?
I'm feeling great.
I know I'm fired up right now.
Yeah, I was like, go ahead.
My bad.
Do your thing.
I'm fired up.
You know,
I'm feeling fantastic.
I'm more like it. Chill.
Don't be fierce, huh? Don't be fierce.
I have my moments, but like, that's what makes it work. Is you're you and I'm me, and together we're we. So we're just like that.
I got a question. Are you guys seeing the time above my head right there? Am I getting cut off? Is the time over here cutting my head off? It is. It's been doing that for like, I want to say the past few. Right. I'm curious to see. At least it keeps my bald head from being shown. You know what I mean? But okay, another thing to learn while we're out and about doing our thing. Okay, so we have been really, you know what? There's been a lot going on. Life is fantastic, and I say that because even in the stressful times that we have, you know what? I prayed today about something, and I was a bit stressed out about a certain situation, right? And I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and I still found myself stressing over something. And when I went to really address the situation or the instance that happened, you know what? It ended up being way less than I was expecting. And one thing that I do is I really overthink things a lot, and it can be detrimental. It can really be hurtful because I spend so much time worrying about it. And what is one thing that Will Smith said is that he said that success is on the other side of fear, or something to that effect. Where when you're in fear and you're constantly worried about stuff, it's like it's keeping you back. You're really not allowing yourself that space to be happy. I mean, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. But we all have that stress and stuff because we want to prepare for what's going on. We want to be able to make sure that we are able to take on what's going on. I've been in jail before, and the worst thing to think about when you're going to court is I'm getting out, and then they say you're not getting out. I know that's a weird analogy, but if you've ever been in a place where you don't want to be, and you're supposed to be going somewhere else, and you find out you're not, I don't know how else to word that, but it sucks because you want to go home. You're like, I get to go home. Then you're like, nope, you ain't going. You're like, it's the worst feeling. So that's why we say prepare for the worst, but hope for the best, right? Yeah. And so by me just like really overthinking things, and I know Letty can attest to this one because we're both overthinkers, right? We both tend to overthink things, and it can be good, but it's almost like a waste of energy. I don't want to say waste, but I could do something different with that energy as opposed to being fearful or hoping for something that's not happening. But
it just depends on what we're overthinking,
right?
Because I think that an asset as well. Depends on how you look at it. Depends on what I'm overthinking.
Right.
And I know myself well enough that I know when I need to get out of my head. So I know, who I can call, or where I can go, what I can do, and you just keep going until it clicks for you, right? I don't know about for you, but it's been a rough couple of weeks. So
yeah, no, I get it. Yeah.
Just that overthinking, right? And just internal things going on, right? Success isn't just outward success. It's about what goes on the inside of you, because you can have success on the outside. You can have $1 million, you can have a great job, but if you're not good in here, none of that means anything. And so that's really what I've been focusing on, right? Is what success means to me. And it's inward. If I got my inward good and going, then it's going to show on the outside. But I'm going to be able to handle that success and pivoting. I mean, we've had to pivot so much.
And that's what this topic is about, is pivoting. Because, okay, so what I'm doing here with my phone, I usually don't have it, but I'm wanting to see if this QR code works. So you guys are seeing in real time. I'm checking to see if this QR code works. Can somebody check this QR code, scan it for me, let me know what you see. Do me a favor, y'all, scan the QR code, let me know what you see. I'm not able to pick it up on the TV or right here. So anyway, so I'm gonna try the other one. So if you guys can do me a favor, let me know if this QR code works on your end. See, we got the Joint Business Success Academy and the BSA School. Let's see here, but I want to make sure it's the one. It's actually the one that
they can get in with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it not working? So,
okay, how's everybody else out there tonight? Like, what are you dealing with? What is your definition of success? What does that look like for you, inside and out? Right? We want to know. We care about what you care about. You know, your story is important to us, right? It's not just us being up here telling our story. I mean, we want to hear what your thoughts are. We want you to join the conversation. So what are you working on? What do you need help with? In the spaces that I'm in, there's people struggling so much, right? They're trying to figure out how to do life on their terms,
right?
And we're social media is so full of we've got the answer, we know what to do, and I like to say, right, for myself, that I'm the answer, that I know what to do, I know what's best for me, and I have to drown out all other voices, right? And it's tough because everybody's like doing this thing, and I feel like I'm going in the opposite direction, and I'm okay with that, right? And I've got a team of people that support that. I've got a partner that supports that. Although we can butt heads, here and there from time to time, there is a mutual respect, right? You have your journey, I have mine. I know the direction that God wants me to go in, and that's the direction that I'm gonna go in. And it's exciting. It's exciting to let life unfold. That's not something that I enjoyed before because I was so afraid of how it was going to unfold, right?
Right.
And it's unfolding beautifully. Even with all the twists and the turns and the pivoting, it's unfolding as it should.
Right.
And I'm allowing it to. Right. I'm not going to miss anything that's meant for me. I haven't. To this point, God has been in the process from day one, from before I got here, and I am thankful and I'm grateful for that. For me, less is more, right? So that's kind of what we're talking about, introducing pivoting, right? I mean, can you share a moment where you had to pivot, Justin, really pivot?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked that because right now I'm pivoting. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Right now in my life, I decided yesterday and today, I finally came to a final decision today that I was gearing up to go toward fatherhood coaching. I had already had, applied to go to the jails, and I was already working on having, this outline for a workshop and all these other things. But when you don't wake up and you're not like automatically going for that, like mentally or spiritually or it just didn't feel like it was what I wanted to do. And this idea came from Spectacular Smith when we were in the Spectacular School of Business. And he's like, well, what do you want to do? What is something that you like to do? What are you good at? And I said, well, I'm a good father. You know what I mean? And so, and I'm good at a lot of stuff, but like, what can I really make money? You can make money in road skating if you just go and shoot every day. I seen this girl on a motorcycle called L.A. Moto Girl, okay, and she had thousands and thousands of views, and she never reveals her face. But the point is she rides around on a Have you seen her?
I've seen her.
Like a lot of people have seen her, and I was like, what does she look like? I was curious, and I was like, couldn't. But the point was that she had a way of captivating people by just going and doing it. So what I'm saying is, for us, whatever we do, we can go make money. So my whole, like everything, on Instagram, when I download something, 99% is legitly about making content. When I say content, I mean like doing special effects videos and like how to make the camera come swooping down and get a shot like never before kind of thing, right? And so, and all my videos are saved about content creating. And so that, and also AI. So I'm really getting into AI and how to be able to learn it and then do it and then teach it. So I'm going to incorporate content creation and AI, and that's where I'm gearing towards. So I am literally pivoting right now from being a fatherhood coach to a coach for AI and content creation.
And I can see how much that lights you up, right?
Just saying, let's go.
I can not just hear it, I feel it in your tone,
it's dope.
your
It's
voice,
dope.
and the way that you speak so passionately about it, right?
Hyped up.
And
Hyped up.
yeah, and for me, I just want to point people back to themselves and back to their creator, right? That's really my mission. That's why I feel, that's why I feel like I'm here. And
Yes, you're too far away from me.
Anyways, and I'm not sure what all of that looks like, but I'm open and I'm willing to pivot and turn. I mean, pivot just means to go in another direction, right? And you might have to pivot 20 times in the day. Maybe it's once, maybe it's none, right? But it's something that we've gotten very, very used to. I don't always like it, but it's just a part of life. It just is what it is. And so I, go with it the best that I can. And, when I'm talking about God and what God has done for me and how He's changed my life from the inside out, where I've truly accepted everything that He did for me, everything that Jesus did for me. I no one else is coming to save us or me. I had to make decisions. I had to pivot, even when my partner was still, stuck in his addiction, I had to pivot. I had to keep going in a different direction, right? And I am, hey, Corey,
hey, what's up, man? Yeah, that's my boy right there.
And I'm so thankful for those pivots, right? They've been life-changing and life-saving for me. And sometimes I can be a little stubborn, I realize that, right? But God always has a way of course correcting me, always. He has my whole life. I can look back and see where He has been in the mix the entire time. Life did not turn out the way that I thought it was going to, or the way that I had planned even as a little girl. But some of those dreams and some of those things that I wanted as a little girl are coming back into play today, right? All the experiences that I had weren't for nothing, and I don't know what it's going to look like, and I'm not trying to be in control. That was an issue for me before. So for me, it is all about surrender and letting life unfold and surprise me, because it surprises me in ways that I wouldn't even have been able to surprise myself with.
Right.
And it is truly about trusting God and putting my faith into position to receive. Now, I'm not here to chase. I've been chasing things my whole life, but I'm here to align and position myself for everything that God said I get to have. So
yeah, if you're not pivoting, maybe you should start. Okay, and if you're really comfortable, if you're good where you're at, maybe you should feel uncomfortable. And I say that because maybe you're good where you're at. Maybe you're a 9-to-5er and you're completely all right with owning a business and doing what you do and going 9 to 5. And I find that success is on the other side of fear. The green is grass. The green is green. The grass is green. The green is grassy on the other side. So it really is, because I find when I'm in like that uncomfortable feeling, that state where I'm like, damn, I don't like this uneasy feeling. When I get through it, it's like empowering. When I'm like, okay, I'm glad I did that. Instead of just saying, I don't want to do that. What if I fail? Because a lot of my life has been spent doing that. A lot of my life has been spent not doing certain things because what if I fail? Well, at least if I don't go up and go swing, I won't strike out. And that was a terrible way to think, because I didn't get practice to bat. I didn't get to hit any home runs because I just wasn't going up there and swinging. Just go up there and swing. Strike out on purpose if you have to, but go get used to striking out. So when you hit that home run, you're like, hey, you get that feeling, that vibe, that energy, that drive. And you're like, I'm so glad I did this. This happens to me all the time in my 9 to 5, okay? Where I'm doing something that I have never worked on or fixed before. It's a first time fix. And I'm like, okay, so I'll figure out how to, I'll just kind of like reverse engineer it. And then when I fix it, I'm like, that was dope. I'm glad I pushed myself to do that. You know what I mean? What else am I gonna do? You have to do it, right? You have to kind of do it and figure it out. But the point is, being uncomfortable. I've gotten used to being uncomfortable and making my way through it. And it feels good on the other side, you guys, having success. Wouldn't happen if I didn't step up and swing for that ball. Yeah, I'm going to strike out. Okay, I'm used to that now. I'm okay with that because when I do hit that home run, I'm going to be so glad I went up to strike out 20 times before. What they say, Edison, he tried for 300 times or something like that for the light bulb.
Yeah.
300 plus, I think. And so the point is like, being able to pivot, that means that I think it's a three-sided coin, right? You got the heads, the tails, and you got the spine. So when you actually are able to pivot, that means, okay, good. You're able to, move through the crowd without having, too much friction. But also it means if you're pivoting a lot, that could mean that, hey, one thing, okay, I asked ChatGPT this. I asked Chat this. I said, check it out. What is something amazing about me that you have noticed that I may not have noticed myself? Don't be nice, just be honest. And they gave me a response of like, I've noticed that you tend to get things started, and before seeing them through, you have new ideas and you want to get into these new ideas. So it basically was saying, I'm not following through with a lot of stuff. I have these great ideas, but I don't go long enough into them to actually see them out. And so asking Chat this, it changed my perspective on things. I'm like, okay, first of all, it showed me that I'm willing to take the criticism, not only from a machine or an entity or whatever you want to call it, but for myself, and ask that question to be able to want to see what I can do to improve.
Right.
So it showed me, okay, I'm willing to look inside to be able to get an outward feel. What am I doing that I could do differently to get some kind of a response or something that I could do different to get something different. So that's why we're saying pivot. You know what I mean? Letty and I pivot all the time, even with the equipment, like the stuff that we're doing. This song you guys are hearing, I don't know if you guys are hearing it, but this song, this is one of four, and that like we're able to go from the songs that we had and to our own song. If you hear this, is just
that like you literally just made about maybe 10 minutes before we went on.
Yeah, so
we downloaded and put on here.
And it's cool because AI is enabling us to do this kind of stuff. We now have our own theme song. They're just like us. And this is just a start, you know what I mean? So there are so many things up and coming that we're going to utilize. That's like saying, if you don't jump on the AI train, that's like saying back in the day when the internet came out and people were like really not on board with it. Like, you know what? If kids are using AI, then they're not going to learn and they're not going to be able to. It's basically like saying they should go back to the library to go walk to the library, pick up a book, read it. You know what I mean? But it just doesn't make sense anymore when you could really have it right at home. Because I mean, all the energy it's going to take to get to the library, get that book. When you have it at your fingertips, there's so much to learn from the AI world. And let's just be honest, it's here. It's not going anywhere, guys. So you might as well jump on the train now and get with it, because I am. And not only am I going to get with it and do what I need to do, I'm going to learn it. I'm going to do it, and then I'm definitely going to teach it. And that teaching is going to happen within the next month, you guys. I'm saying this because the potential is there's $1 trillion business here. Literally, it's going to be like $1 trillion by 2030. $1 trillion a year business for the AI. A lot of money. And why not get a piece of it? Why not us be a millionaire? Why not us be part of that world of being successful and doing what we love to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think, people are afraid that, AI is going to replace them. I mean, what AI is doing is going out and searching these databases to give you the best information. But you are the programmer. You get to program that, let it get to know you and how you are, right? Which is why you can get answers to some of your questions, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All the questions. I don't think it has never given me an answer to something.
Right, yeah.
And it's based on facts. I mean, for facts as far as like, statistics and things of that nature. So it's not like just going to give us, generic. And it can. I'm not saying that it hasn't. I'm sure it has. But for the most part, anytime I ask Chat for anything, it's giving me an answer that's way better than what I thought. I'm writing something down like, wait, let me ask Chat. Or let me ask Rock. Or let me ask any of these other AIs that we can use. And it's almost, I'm saying 100% of the time, it's always been better than what I have. And I'm saying, I think I have a pretty bright mind. I think I'm really creative, but ChatGPT, Grok, these other ones, they just have more information. You know what I mean? The more information you have, you can figure anything out. If you just had sound and you knew what information was, you could hear the sound of something dropping a feather, and with the information, knowing what it is, you could like map out everything in the room with just the sound. If you have any more information you have, the better you are going to be, especially in this world, right?
I think I don't know. So I gotta kind of disagree with
Yeah.
that a little bit
Okay, let's hear
because
it.
I think too much we are in a world where there's so much information coming at you. It's like information overload, or that's how I feel.
Right.
That it can drown out your intuition. Sometimes sitting quietly and letting the universe, letting the God in you speak to you
Right.
and inspire you. ChatGPT can't do that. It can come up with some really great stuff like that, but it can't beat that one, right? So I'm saying, can it work in unison? Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
But what I personally don't want it to do for me is to take over my thinking process or my creativity, right? As a creator, and it doesn't have to. It really can enhance
Right.
it. I've watched you use it. You know what I mean? I've watched you get an idea, right? And then you keep asking chat to dial it in or say, no, that's not, you're not, it's like what I say to it. I'm like, no, you're just not capturing my essence. I'm not feeling it. This doesn't feel like, right. This is more what I want to see or how I want it said, right? This is how I would say it, or this is how I would do it. And what you're giving me is just not jiving with me. It doesn't feel like me because it's still a machine, but I'm the programmer, right? I get to, it's like input in, even what you're inputting into your mind, right? Whatever you're putting in, you're getting out. So you get to program ChatGPT, right? To act on your behalf, kind of like when we give God something and He acts on our behalf, right? ChatGPT can do that in business and even in your real life, right? I mean, I know I've shared some things with Chat, and that's just the type of person that I am, right? I'm not ashamed or afraid of anything that I've been through. So even if it is out there in the public, you're welcome. Maybe you'll learn from it, right? So I'm not ashamed of anything that I've gone through. Everything I've gone through has taught me some very valuable lessons, and it taught me how to pivot, and it taught me how to take life as it comes. And I think that, if we're in this era where we're wanting to know all the answers, right? I mean, that's how I got into trouble, was wanting to be 10 steps ahead of everything in my life. And life just kept saying, nope. It's a journey. It's a journey that you get to let it unfold. There's magic. Letting it unfold and letting it come to you instead of me constantly like, well, I have the answer and I get to face this. And I'm positioning myself for greatness because I'm great. And not because I say so, but because my Creator says so. Because my Creator has revealed that to me, because I've let other voices, right, tell me who I am. But the most important voice is my own, and who my Creator says that I am. And, so He's helped me pivot. When I didn't have ChatGPT, or I was 30 years old when I had a cell phone. 30 years old, y'all. Our 6-year-old has a cell phone.
Yeah.
My granddaughter probably knows how to use it.
She's only one, too.
And she just turned 1, right? But, just don't forget, like, it's great to use these tools, but you are a tool also. You are useful also. You have ideas and inspiration inside of you. These are just tools to help you bring that to life, right?
Yeah.
You can't, sleep at night with Chat. And maybe you do. I mean, some people call it their girlfriend or their boyfriend, right? But it can't beat going inside, right? And not everything is meant for Chat. Some of those things that we experience in life are very sacred moments, right? I don't want to try to capture moments for everybody else. I want to enjoy the ones that I have for myself. Not everything for me is content.
Right, but it does help. It does help. It does help.
That's my opinion.
And since we're not already balling rich, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have the option to utilize the tools that we have, and I'm going to utilize the heck out of them, y'all. I'm definitely going to jump on that AI train and motivate myself and others around me. Say, listen, if y'all haven't picked up AI, do it. Just make sure that you don't get left behind, because like Letty said, it's not for everybody. I got a buddy Larry who was just here today. He don't use, I mean, he will not text. He has a phone, he'll call, but he's like, if you don't call me, like, I feel like you don't care. And he means it. He totally means it. He will not text. I'm like, sometimes I'm in the middle of a meeting and I'm like, I wish this dude would just text because he called me back to back. I love the heck out of him. But he'll call and he won't text. So I'm like, I'm wishing just talking to your phone and just say, hey, just say this.
Standing your ground.
And he does. That. But it's not only that, he's just setting his ways. But the point is like, some people are not going to join it. Some people are going to die with their beliefs and how which is perfectly fine. But for the rest of us who are going to move forward with the times, this is now the time. I remember seeing Matt Lietz, Lietz, when he first came out with this commercial about AI, and the AI commercial was about an interview. He's interviewing this little AI guy, and he's like, "Hey, arbitrary involved." He's just call me AI. And the point is, it was a hook. Like right when AI started, and I was so tempted to jump on. I was going to pay like $300 to get in this because I had a feeling that it was going to pop off and start going. And this is like literally like a year and 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 months ago, where AI was really starting to take off. We had ChatGPT AI, but like where AI video and AI editing and all these other softwares came out, like I shoulda, coulda, woulda. But I don't want to let that pass me by any further. So that's why I decided to pivot and go into that world right now. There are so many people that are just doing their 9-to-5s and just getting by. And that's fine. I think it's cool that we have all the 9-to-5ers because we need those 9-to-5ers. We just do. Can you imagine a world without people to serve you, your food? Well, guess what? Those jobs, a lot of them are going to be replaced because they do now have robots, artificial intelligence that has the ability to bring you your food, give you your drink, give you a straw, go back, get your food, whatever it is that you need, a napkin. Yes, can I have a napkin? And they come and bring it to you. You have artificial intelligence dolls that can be your companion with everything you need to be a full-on companion. You have dogs that are AI. You have, I mean, you name it. It's here, and it's here to stay. And for those who are scared of it, I understand. I get it. You know what I mean? I get it because there's so many things that you could do with AI. Let's not even get into the dark side of what AI can do. Okay, I'm not saying just like robots. I'm saying like in the world of the net and like many things that can go wrong in that world of AI and people are going to weaponize it and people are going to want to. That's why I'm hoping that our government and other worldly governments stay on top of being able to keep this under wraps as far as like how people weaponize it. So, but there's a lot of good things to come for it. I use it on a daily basis, not just ChatGPT. I use so many different products that help further what I'm doing. And I just looked at my Instagram. I've only got like 300 some followers. So I'm not doing what I need to do to get in there and get more followers. But it's not about the followers. I want to make obviously an impact, but you have to have the people to see it, to view it, to get there. So again, if you guys are watching this, you've made it this far, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow, and do all the fun things because we are looking to grow. Okay, and again, we are now worldwide on the OnStage Plus platform. And it's just going to get bigger. We're just going to get bigger, and we're just going to we're going to grow, and we're going to progress. You know what I mean? Letty and I have been doing this for 8.5 months. Today is 8.5 months. I think today's the 15th, right? The 14th. 8.5 months we've been doing this, and we're looking forward to the next year. And by this time next year, we would already have been on a cruise. So the cruise is in April 17th to April 12th to the 19th, right? Yeah, yes. And of 2026, and we have. You know what? We should make a link for that to scan the QR code. You guys aren't going to want to miss this, okay? It is going to be fantastic. We are going to be teaching you, showing you AI and content creation. It's called the Content Creator Cruise for a reason. We have David Watts, we got Sharice, we got Charlene, we got I don't know if Coach Charles is going or not. It's going to be me, Dr. Renee, Letty, There's going to be several of us going. And if you want to go just to have a good time and not have the content creation side of it, let's go. Have fun with us. Come on the boat. Get on the ship. Let's go have fun for a week. We're going down to Puerto Vallarta. We're going down to the Mexican Caribbean, or the Mexican Riviera. Sorry, Mexican Caribbean is up the other side. So, and we're going to have a blast, y'all. We are going to have a fun, fantastic time. So, and we're looking forward to that. You know, it's 7 or 8 months away, but the point is we're looking forward to that now, so we can plan, we can prepare, and we can really get into what we need to do before we get there. So it's going to be fantastic. So shout out again to David Watts, Sharice for really putting this together, because those two and Charlene in the background have made so much impact and have really been committed to making this happen. So we're excited, you guys. We're having fun, right?
Yeah.
Are you having fun? I think this is one of the best podcasts we've had. I do. The energy is fantastic. It's great.
Like I said, and that doesn't mean, right, that I don't want to learn AI. I'm learning it. I'm learning it at my pace, and I'm learning what I want to do, what lights me up about it, right? So I'm not closed off. I'm open to it, right? I just haven't found that thing for me with it that's like, ooh, yeah, like watching you. Like, you love that stuff. That's stuff that, where you can really allow your creative juices, like, to flow. And I've watched you, like, make some really incredible things, and I've dabbled here and there with it, right? I'm just, like I said, I'm not closed off to it. Ooh, that's our song.
This is the one.
Anyway, I'm open to it. It will make its way to me. I'm a firm believer that whatever is meant for me will come to me. I will not miss it. I haven't yet.
Right.
Even when I'm veered off a horse.
Can I turn this up?
Yeah.
Check it out, y'all.
Tell us what you think about our song. Why don't you do a little rap?
All right. Let's go. They don't need to come bust like us. They gonna do it because they just like us. If you're still but they trust like us. If you're not with it, you ain't gonna be just like us. What's the reason I'm leaving the zone, getting the back, me and Letty's ahead instead of the back. That's how we do it, getting them on blades, just like us. No matter we get paid. Hey,
just like us.
Woo!
Yeah,
love it, y'all. Let's go. Digging it. Okay, let's go. We gotta do that more often. And again, we got little baby Mariah over here. She got some lungs like no other. I don't know if y'all heard her sing. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But she can sing. I can rap. We call the dynamic duo in the building. High five. Down low. Got her. Let's go. Love this. Okay, so again, today's episode was about and is about being able to pivot in any situation. We didn't give too many examples, but we did give a little bit of, some depth of what we have done and how it has impacted us being able to pivot. Again, being able to pivot for me is, seeing something that I can change and actually going toward it instead of running from it. Instead of being like, I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'm okay. I'm like, you know what? I'm not a gambler, but I am a chance taker. And if I had to gamble, if I was a gambler, I would definitely bet on me, right? I would definitely bet on me, if nothing else. So I've just, I think that pivoting has been essential, because if I'm going towards something that I'm not really feeling, it's not vibing with me, then it's natural, it's essential. I mean, it's something I really need to do is pivot. I need to really, okay, that's not going to work. Let me go this way and see what's over here. And I do that a lot, probably too much. Like I said, ChatGPT, Lady had to calm me down earlier. Calm it down. You're getting a little ahead of yourself. I was getting excited because when I asked GPT this, it was really mind blowing. I was like, I asked Chat that question of, what do you see about me that I may not see about myself that is something that's fantastic or incredible, that I can improve on? I mean, what's something that you see about me that I'm not able to see that's good? I want to know the truth. What can I do better? Basically, is what I said. And don't give me any fluff. I want you to just be honest. And he gave me that answer and said, you start stuff and you don't finish it. And it was really like, this was like a therapeutic moment. It was like, okay, this machine, this entity doesn't have anything against me or for me. I mean, it just is there to do its work, and then whatever I prompted to. And so for this answer, it was really like a therapy, because it's like, okay, I could take that feedback and not feel anything but whatever I wanted to feel. Whatever it was like, okay. And I'm open and receptive toward feedback because this is the point in my life. I know there's a lot of things that need to change if I want to get to the goals and things where I want to be. And of course, one of those things is to be able to be financially successful, not necessarily financially free. I don't want to be free of finances. I want to be financially successful, meaning I want to be able to buy my own home, own nice things, and have the ability to give back. I would like to see the impact I'm able to make with like the homeless and be able to give back to the people who are less fortunate. And I see, I've been there. I know all too well. I've been homeless many years of my life, literally several years of my life as a kid, as an adult. I didn't have a home, so I know all too well what it's like to be, down on your luck, so to speak. So I'm just saying that, it feels good to be able to pivot. And when I say pivot, I'm like, we're not here right now, me and Letty, because we're just like, we're lazy. We're here because we've been working our butt off. We have. Letty's behind the scenes making all this stuff come together, making this magic happen, you guys. When we get on these podcasts, it's like it's set up. If I can show you guys, I can turn the camera around. I'll show you this. We got things set up. It's a studio in here, y'all. We got a real life studio in here. It's great. It took hours to set this stuff up. Like these things up here, man, these things took forever because if one is off, like the pyramid, it's not gonna work. We had to get this. We got the book. But everything fell together in a way because it's like we're aligning this stuff in a way that we can't fail. We can't fail. Failure means that you don't even get up and swing. Okay, that's failure to me. It's not even getting up and swinging at the ball. That's failure to me. So to me, we can't fail. We're up here. We're swinging and we're striking out, but that is not failure. Because you're not hitting the ball does not mean you're failing at all. I see my son Justin. This kid, he lights up. He really has our back. But he's seeing what we're doing, and I know it's implanted in him. He's seeing these things, and at some point, he's gonna really grasp what it is that we're doing. I asked him to be on tonight. I said, man, what do I gotta do, bro? What do I gotta do to get you on here, man? Because you are fantastic. This kid is something else, y'all. He blows our mind like every day, man. He's just so bright. So I can't wait to have him on here. Also, on that note, I wanted to ask Mr. Corcoran if he wanted to be a guest. So I got to call him up after this because he has his own business of sandblasting. Yeah. His sandblasting company. We'd love to have him on as a guest. So I'm going to call him up after this and see if he'd like to be on. And also on that, if you guys are interested or if you know somebody who would benefit from being on our podcast, let's see if we're a good fit. We do have an application and a way to get a hold of us so that we can see if it'd be a great fit for you to be on the channel and have a podcast with us, you guys. So, make sure that you are open to that. Not make sure you're open, but if you guys want, reach out to us because, again, we have Just Like Us Podcast. What's our email?
It is justlikeus2@gmail.com.
JUSLIKEUS and the number 2. At gmail.com. Just like us 2 at gmail.com. And our phone number is 775-908-9502.
I believe so. I know I did put it in.
908-9502. Let's see here. It is, let me see if I was right. 908-8205. Sorry. Yeah. So our phone number is 775-908-8205 is our phone number for our company, Just Like Us Podcast. And we want to hear from you guys. If you've made it this far, then you're a diehard. You know what I mean? So definitely reach out to us. I think we have a few people that we're hoping to get on, or at least that should be coming on at some point here in the near future. And we'd love for you guys to at least reach out and see if we're a good fit. So how you feeling?
I feel fantastic.
You look fantastic. You look this is a great, I think this is one of the better. I don't know. I just got to say, this podcast feels super authentic, and it was just really, it was warm. It was hot, in fact. This was a really, really good, right? We flowed. We had a lot of great energy. This was fun.
Yeah. This was fun. We're all going to get where we're going. Listen, even if you're getting there, quicker than some, it's about respecting your journey and going at your pace, right? We don't all learn the same way, just respect your journey. Right? Receive it, accept where you're at, right? And open up to the universe, the source, to the divine intelligence that lives inside of you, and ask it what direction it's going to go there. All this stuff isn't bad. That is not what I hope that's not what people think I'm saying. Right? Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it turned up.
I'm just saying, respect your journey. Right, you're going to get there. And I love the people that we're surrounded with, not just in Biz Success Academy, but even outside of that, the people around that respect that journey. They allow you to take the steps you need to take, or don't take the steps you need
some people
to
don't.
take.
Some people, I can see the jealousy in some people too. I'll be honest with you. Some people, and I'm not gonna name any, but I'm just saying in our some of our circles, we have, you know what I mean, we have the friction, like some people that, and what I think it is my opinion is when people see you doing good, it's like it almost shows that I'm not speaking for you, I'm just saying it's like you see somebody doing good, it almost feels like, you know what, I can be there too, but I'm not, so I would rather almost like not see you well. And I think I can probably relate to that. I think I might have done that one way or another at some point in my life where people are doing some big things and you're like, you know, I don't want to hear about the good news. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily want to hear about what you're going through because I'm not there. And by you mentioning this, it makes me feel less because I know I could be there, but I'm not working my steps to get there. I'm drinking, I'm doing drugs, I'm doing whatever. So it's like, oh man, miss me. I only want to be around people like you. Matter of fact, I do want to be around you. Come over here so I can here, drink this. And so I can relate. But I just say that, you know, for those people who are around us and that are supporting us, those are the people that we gravitate toward. Those are the people that I want to be around, the people that do support me. I will drop a name. My brother Art Pacheco. This is somebody who highly supports me. And that's my ace dudes, y'all. Arthur Stephen Pacheco, that's my brother from another mother, man. Like, we've been down with each other for 40 years, y'all. 40 years I've known that dude. Matter of fact, I want him to come on the podcast because, man, we do it up. We have a blast, bro. He's one of the only people that I can like stay with me with any sport my whole life. He's always been like that. We rap. You mean, like, we're very, very we're contenders, and you mean we both like competitors. We're both very competitive, and but it's good because those kind of people push you. He pushes me to do so much better, and I do him. So having people like that around you, you know, it just feels good to have people that support you no matter what you're doing. And I can call him right now. He'll answer the phone, and we can talk about anything. He'll come over to the house if I need him. It just feels good to have the support.
And you know, you talked about like the jealousy of people. I think because I've experienced it myself, right? It's fear, like, and it's comparison, right? And that's the thief of joy, is comparing yourself. That's why it's so important to, you know, see where your lane is and stay there, and not, you know, just by you being you, right? It doesn't mean you stop shining or you stop, you know, wanting more for yourself. There's nothing wrong with that,
right?
At all, right? But don't dim someone else's light because you're not there, right? Figure out, pivot,
right? Yeah, there you go.
Pivot and ask. I say ask yourself. Start having conversations with yourself, with your creator, with the universe, with source, whatever you want to call it. Go inward and start asking those questions instead of being fearful and letting it come out in jealousy, because jealousy is a form of fear. Right? And so you don't have to be afraid. There's plenty to go around, right? You're not going to miss out. This thing is, like we talked about, all this stuff, AI is here to stay, and you can get on board as quick as you want to go, or as slow as you want to go, or you can be like my mom, and she don't even have social media.
She don't even have a phone. She has a phone.
She has a phone. But, and yet, you know, she is still living her best life.
Right.
Because it's not about what other people think. I'm living my best life, and you might not think it is, but that's not my problem.
Right,
what you think I'm living, right? I am my best asset. I am my best investment, and I'm going to keep pouring into myself and know that the right things, the right opportunities, just like they always have, are going to come to me.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
I'm positioning myself for that.
Right. Absolutely. So. Amen to that. And again, this episode was really, we made this episode because we are pivoting, and it just feels good because at the end of the day, you know, if you stay where you're at and in your own comfort zone, you're not going to grow. And I don't mean that as a fact. I'm just saying in general, if you really want to get out of your comfort zone and go try things out, you're going to find that you're going to see a difference and a change, especially if you're open to having a change. There's so many people in the world that are just fine with where they're at. And that's cool. I love that. I mean, we need those people. I love the fact that there's people that are just, they don't want change. I think Letty's daughter was one of them that's just change was just, it was almost like, having the same structure. I've never had it and been used to it. So I think pivoting is like a way of life for me, and it doesn't have to be. It could change at any point, or at least it's starting to change. But
Yeah, I think life has a way of, you don't always have to be pivoting on purpose.
Right.
I think it's about enjoying the journey too, right? It's about having traditions and having, what's the word? The structure and the daily things that you do every day, like having dinner. I mean, when you're just constantly like moving, right? I feel like things get lost. You're not even able to assess because you're just moving. I'm not AI. I'm not changing, lanes like, every other second, right? I'm finding my flow. I'm finding my groove, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. And there isn't anything wrong with, this isn't about being right or wrong, right? This is just the way that you're going, and I see that it lights you up, and I see that you gravitate towards that, and I want to support you with that, right? I see what it does for you, right? And what it's going to continue to do for you because you're the one doing it.
Yeah.
Right. And so, I support that. Like, I love to see that sparkle come into your eye when you're talking about that. I really do. And you're really, really good at it. Right. So, and trust and believe, like, just because I'm over here doesn't mean I'm not paying attention or
right.
that, I'm not, absorbing that stuff. Right. I'm taking in and processing what is meant for me and what isn't. Right. And that is up to, that's up to God, because for me, I surrender. I give him total control because I tried to control everything and it didn't go the way I wanted to. And it still doesn't, even when you have all of this stuff, even when, there's answers, right? We're going to have to pivot, yes, because life is going to bring you change whether you want it or not. That's just, I know that that's a part of life, but I also know that I don't go out there and keep changing things on purpose. Because that can bring confusion. I want to be able to enjoy, where I'm at and trust and know that God is going to shift me when I need to shift. Best believe he's going to do it. He's been doing it. Exactly. He's been doing it my whole life. Even, when I've been bullheaded and not wanting to go, he'll drag me. I'll go. I'm going to go kicking and screaming.
Facts. Great facts.
I can go gently or, with a little bit of a push in the nose, right? But I'm going to get where I am to be. Period.
All right, y'all. So I'm going to say thank you to you guys for being a part of this. If you made it this far, be sure to like, subscribe, share it if you can, help the algorithm. And let's keep on moving forward together, y'all. We want to pivot. Let's pivot together. Thank God for allowing me for another day on this beautiful earth and all the pain and all the struggles that come with it, because at the end of the day, I'm still here, still breathing, and all the damage I put my body through. Thank you, God, for giving us this beautiful platform with wonderful people to speak to and all of the beautiful vibes that we get into our lives. Thank you so much for everything you guys do, and we will see you guys on the next episode of Just Like Us. All right, y'all, have a great, wonderful evening, a great week, and we'll see you guys